Okay. How do you take care of your mental health?
Well, I'll start by saying, first, acknowledging that my mental wellness is an intrinsic part of who I am. And in going through diagnosis of mental wellness challenges, incorporating that into who I am in terms of identity and being comfortable with talking about it. So the awareness, the acknowledgement, meeting myself in my own humanity, first and foremost, every day.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
And then tenfold, meeting people where they're at in their own humanity. But the way that I take care of my mental wellness, good belly laughs with my girlfriends, great long conversation, with my sister friends. Also photography, nature walks. I'm drawn to parks. I live in Philly, West Philly in particular, and Clark Park and Malcolm X Park. It's always a vibe. And sometimes it's just opening up my windows and hearing the birds chirp, right? Like a reminder of life outside of oneself.
That's good.
It's sometimes the most that I can do in a day. But that's okay.
That's
and that the next day I may be able to do more or I may not. But meeting myself at whatever my reality is, being present, that acknowledgement is the way that I can best take care of myself. And also invite people in as well to that experience. It could be one person, it could be a whole bunch of people. But sometimes I don't need to be around folk. I like my house, but I also love the energy that I receive.
Yes.
And that I also give forth lovingly. That vibration of love, I would say, is how I...
That's a wonderful answer.
That's what I would say.
What's one change you would like to see in your community? Yeah, that's a tough one.
That's a tough one in these times. I'm gonna be honest with you.
That is a rough question.
Oh, that's a really tough one.
But you know what?
I would like to see, in particular, Black businesses that I love and cherish, that are in my immediate neighborhood, be able to stay.
Yes.
And unfortunately, they have not been. And I've seen a lot of closures. But whatever's going to help them to be sustainable and grow. Like, I don't want Black businesses that are kept like in a small little corner and don't get to expand. But it's just hard to see places that you love and that care for you and that you build community with, unfortunately disappear one after another. So I would say economic stability. But that goes to a larger issue, right? Like, you unpack it. That's gentrification, right?
Yes.
Like, that's developers that are not thinking about what community needs. So I would say stability for spaces and places that I love and hold near and dear to my heart. That they would be able to be wherever it is that serves them.
Yes.
And also be able to do what they do and do it well for the community. And whenever that time is that they want to leave, that they're able to leave and expand and do whatever it is that they want to do, but when they want to do it, not on somebody else's timeline.
Not that whole pushing.
Not the violence of gentrification,
out.
not the erasure.
Absolutely.
So that's what I would say.
Oh my goodness. How do you think we can be more supportive to others' mental health?
Humanity. First, and it's a repeat of what I said previously.
Yeah.
Meeting oneself at one's own humanity first.
Yes.
And then pause. Extend that outward.
That's
like
that's it. Like, how you want to be treated, you give that to other people.
Before I can go asking someone how they're doing, if I'm not starting with myself first, and this is something I'm still learning.
Yes.
I'm in my mid-40s, mid to late 40s. That meeting myself first, I can give out all the love and all the things, but how are you doing today? Like, we don't do that reflexive.
Yes.
A lot of us.
Yes.
And it's easier because I can take the attention off of me.
Exactly.
And again, thank you for therapy. thank you. And my own self-work too, right? Like with a therapist and other things. But if I can't ask myself that question first and meet myself there with compassion and empathy, how can I then dole that out in droves to other people?
That is so true.
You know?
So
we like me, start with this. Start with this human being. And then, okay. And whatever that centering needs to be, whether it's meditation, whether it's, some herb, whatever it is. Then when your cup is, then you can say, oh, how you doing, sis? How you doing, brother?
I love that you said that, because I'm, like I told you earlier when I first met you, I said I'm in a place where I'm just so grateful for just being in this present moment, It took me a while to be accepting of who I am as a woman and just love on me wholeheartedly. Look in that mirror, be like, oh my God, you are a queen. You are worth everything that is given to you.
Yes,
like, you deserve
your
it.
Abundance. Your
Yes,
birthright. Your
absolutely.
birthright. And that's each one of us.
Yes.
And I'll even say I was hard on myself. I went in the mirror. I had this twist out thing going. I'm learning how to do my hair. And I didn't say the nicest thing. I was like, oh, I don't like it. I was talking to my friend on the phone on FaceTime. And I was like, but she's like, Koren, but you tried. And I said, I did try. And it may not look exactly how when the hairdresser did it. But you know what? With the ability that I have, this is what I was able to do.
It's beautiful.
And it was out, but I didn't like it. And so I got a little rubber band and put it back in the bun. Guess what? I'm glad I grew my hair out so I can make a bun. How about that?
Okay. Listen, you know what? And that's another thing we don't accept. I love the fact that we're now in an age where Black women, beautiful kids, are getting back to wearing their natural hair with those afros.
And this is a long time journey for me. Like,
yes.
I've been natural for, now I'm at probably like 25 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So yeah.
We tend to always revert back, no matter what we do.
And it's so funny though.
Yeah.
My mom doesn't like mine.
Your natural hair, because it's unkept.
No, well, I don't understand it, but that's not for me to understand. I appreciate you. I love you, but that doesn't have any bearing on me shifting to, I appreciate that you like my hair straight, but that's not what I want to do with my hair.
Right.
And I love my curls, and I love the pattern that reminds me of my grandfather, which is your father, and I look like you, and I have your hair, and so it's like a very interesting thing when you look like a person, when you look like your mother,
right?
And they themselves, it's like she'll have a comment, she'll like, not the nicest thing. Well, I like your hair when it's straighter. Or what you doing with the color? And I'm like, good grief, can you just say?
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I do feel like our mothers are our first haters. I'm not. And forgive me, Mom. I do not mean no harm when I say this. I'm not just referencing towards
the mother-daughter relationship.
Yes.
Can be challenging.
Exactly.
For multiple reasons.
Exactly.
For past trauma within their lives.
Exactly.
And just also when we look at our lineage.
Yeah.
What has been the connection between mother and child, and then gets passed down.
Exactly.
And when does one break, or when does one present an opportunity to shift something in that lineage of trauma, like making a different decision.
That's true. That's true.
And so that's why I would say me and my mom's relationship has been challenging.
Yeah.
For various reasons, and I love her. Period. The embodiment of that love is understanding that I don't have to take on what is meant to be worked out by another individual.
Exactly.
And I have to move. So this is what a Reiki practitioner told me: make a new relationship with home. Because I don't go home very often. Yeah. I'm not from too far away from here. I'm from Atlantic City.
Okay.
But I don't go home. And there's so much embroiled in that. But my mother's been asking me, doesn't understand why, what is going on.
Come home.
Right? But I've been on my own journey to make a new relationship with home.
Yeah. And
I need to just go. And understanding that, like, who is going to do more of the changing in our relationship?
Yeah.
It's probably going to be me. And I recognized that a long time ago, but meeting her where she's at, it's like, she wants me to come visit. I need to come visit for the day and come on home.
Yeah.
Because I have, and meeting myself at my own boundaries.
Exactly.
And working my way outwards to build on that.
Yeah.
But we have to have a new, relationship, a new connection at this point in my life. I know our parents may always see us as their children, their babies. I'm like, why are you still talking to me like I'm a child?
Yeah, you know what? I just recently had a conversation with my mother on that. And I actually appreciate how far we've came in our relationship. because we definitely had our rocky moments where I wasn't as communicative, and I explained to her why I wasn't and why I felt like that wall was there and how I could be a better person, not for her. And I literally specifically said, not for you, but for myself. Because outside of you, I have to be the woman that I'm supposed to be, you know?
Replaced of whether you love me or not. You have to trust at some point that the work that you put, the work, the communion that comes together with the vessel, which is our mothers, and us as the fruit of their vessel, that you've imparted what you can impart. I now have to take it from here.
Exactly.
Like at some point, I don't even want to say the reins, like the umbilical cord, the literal umbilical cord falls away from the body of a baby. It's a similar thing as them letting go. And I know it's not,
it's not easy.
I'm not a mom, but I know, having seen, friends of mine who are mothers, that bond is
it's tight.
It's tight.
Right? And I told my mom, I was like, you have to unball that fist.
So we have to have compassion, for our moms and also for us as the relationship shifts. Right? We end up as we get older, you gonna start the reverse.
Exactly.
You gonna start being the parental,
and that's exactly how it is.
Yeah.
That is the crazy part about it.
That's the cycle of life, and
isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And you know what? Now that you said something about the cycle of life, I've finally gotten to this place where I'm not living to live. I'm living to enjoy.
Pleasure.
Literally, a lot of us live to just live.
All of it. There's a book called Pleasure Activism, Adrienne Marie Brown. During the pandemic, as I was healing from fibroid surgery, and that book in particular, I read there's a essay by Audre Lorde called "The Uses of Erotic" that I recommend that everybody read. But one of the things that it says to you, and I'm paraphrasing, is when you have an awareness of a deeper sense of self, you cannot turn away from that accountability. This thing that is pushing you, calling you to your highest and most beautiful self. And but uses of erotic, pleasure activism, all of it, joy. Like when I tell you I had a belly laugh this morning from something I saw on Instagram, I was like, yes! And I was just cackling, like a little bit of pee came out. I'm like,
I love it.
I almost rolled myself off the bed.
I love it.
So whether that's eating your favorite food, oh no, we got some things going on. Okay. I would say that all of the things. Yeah, I think because that I can't focus.
It is okay. You know what?
And I'm going.
And I appreciate you talking to me.
Yeah,
I
Jasmine.
do.